Hey, I'm Indicanus. This is the Daily Rage. I received a whole bunch of questions on yesterday's video about my line graph that shows the indexes. So people were saying, well, that looks great. How do you do it? I'm going to walk you through the steps. This, of course, is on TradeStation. So if you use another platform, I will be of no help to you because this is the one that I know. So what we're looking at here, this is just a copy of the line graph that I use, and then this is a brand new chart. So I'm going to show you how to manipulate this to make it look like this. So as you can see, this is the RTY, the Russell Index. It's a 5 minutes. So the very first thing that we can do is change the style to line. So there we go with that one. And to make it match this one, I'm going to change this also to a 3 minute instead. Okay, so now we have the green line over here is the Russell and the green line over here is the Russell. Now we need to add the other ones. How you would do that is you're going to go to Data, Add Symbol, and then you can add whatever you want. So let's put in the ES. Now as you can see, it adds it as if it was a study down here. So we're going to fix that in a minute. Let's add the other ones. We'll do the @YM for the Dow. And the NQ for the NASDAQ. Okay, so the next thing that I am going to do is I'm going to go to Data again, and in this case, not Add Symbol, but Edit. So I want to open this up, and Data for the Russell, first thing we can do is customize that, and we're just going to look and make sure that it is how we want it. Now, for me, I mostly trade the Russell, so I just picked green because green is money, but you can make them whatever color you would like to make them. I also have on mine, the Russell and the NAS are weighted. The lines are weighted a little bit stronger or thicker, just so I can see them, because I really never trade the ES or the YM, so I don't really care about those as much. They're just here for reference. So I am picking green for the Russell. I'm going to bring the weight up just a notch. And again, you can make this however you want it. It doesn't matter. That's all I'm going to do. So I'm going to say, okay, and then what I want for the S&P, let's change the color there. And in this case, they have it as blue. On mine, I have it as yellow, just because that's how I'm going to remember it. So I'm going to change that. And again, I don't care about the weight on that one. For the Dow, I'm going to make it blue. And for the NAS, I am going to make that magenta. And I'm going to weight that one a little stronger because I actually do trade that thing. So that's how we would change the colors. And the next thing that we need to do is we need to get all of these are called subgraphs. So in other words, the main graph would be graph 1. This would be a subgraph, this is a subgraph, and this is a subgraph. We want them all on the same one. We don't want 4 different subgraphs here. So here's how to do that. We'll go into the S&P, and if we go to scaling, you can see this is subgraph 2. So we're going to change it to 1. We're going to do the same thing for the Dow. We're going to put that on number 1 as well. And the NAS. Scaling, we're going to make this subgraph 1. Okay. Now, your chart may look like this, and you're like, what the heck just happened? Because we have the Dow as looking like a normal graph, and then basically a flat line, and flat line for the other three. So here is what we need to do. I can show you on this one. We come over here. It's set up to be scale on no axis. And then the rest of these are fine. So we're going to close this, come back over to this chart. I'm going to go back to edit my symbols. And the Russell, let's customize that. See how it says scale on right axis? I'm going to change it to no axis. The S&P, same thing. The Dow is already fine, so I'm not going to worry about that one. And the NAS, scaling, no axis. Okay, now let's see how it looks. Bam. Okay, so this is essentially the same thing. Let's just widen it out a bit so we can get it to look similar. But as you can see, I have my session break here. And one person did mention just putting in my trading time for the whole chart, but I actually like to see where it has come from and what's happening with all of them. So I like keeping a lot of data on my chart, you know, basically back to where did the session break, and even sometimes more. We can always squeeze this in to see what's going on. You can see the Russell was way up above these other ones. And then they all kind of took a dive. These three recovered quickly. The Dow, not as much. And then today, you can take a look at which one is moving in which direction. And you can always change the time frame too. You might want to put this on a 1 minute time frame. Anything you want. Look at this nice drop down here. That's amazing. So that is how you do it. I hope that helps. I'm Mindy Kinnis. Thanks so much for watching.